Hi, Assalamualaikum and good day to Dr. Nikmadini and who watching this video. My name is Trainee binti Sulaiman. My magic number is A19A0693. So today I want to present or explain about industrial training company which is Jabil. So Jabil Circuit is overall electronic manufacturing service provided from 1966 in US by William E. Morian, which is Bill, and James Golden, legally incorporated at Michigan. That's why the company name Jabil, James Bill, Bill, so Jabil. And today the company named Jabil Circuit in the United States and registered as Jabil Circuit and Berhad in Malaysia. So the company not a small company, just a big some company, and have 260,000 employees across 100 locations in 30 different countries. So at Malaysia have 8 Jabil, 8 plant, which is the main plant located at Bayan Lepas. Company profile. Jabil Circuit Penang consistent ranking as best in class by customer in the categories technology, quality, responsiveness, delivery, pricing, environmental awareness and company management. So mission is Jabil Circuit mission to achieve customer certification through excellence in design, supply chain management, manufacturing and repair solution. And the vision is to be the most technological, advanced and trust manufacturing solution provider. And objective Jabil is they make the world better place with the way they treat each other and extend innovative solutions, give back to their local communities and respect to the environment. Next is board of director, CEO of company, which is Kenny that I never meet. And next is product and service that Jabil provide to customer. And next is SWOT. Every company have strength, weakness, threat, and opportunity. And next is purchasing organization chart, which is the manager is Karen and the assistant manager is Connie. Supervisor is Suyang, which is Suyang is my buddy, and other team almost the question or the what I not understand, I always ask for that for all buyer. Industrial training reflection for duration and location. Start early than date university provide, which is 13 March until 10 July. So working days Monday to Friday at 8 a.m. until 4:30 and location at Jabil Plan 8. For the first time I'm come here, I orientation at auditorium Plan 1, and then after the orientation I go to my supervisor to meet him and then she said I need to move to Plan 8. So until now I'm at Plan 8 until my internship settled. And then for allowance and benefit depends on degree or diploma. For degree get 1,200 and diploma 1,000. For Jabil, employee get allowance for food 100 per month, so total around 1,300 and full medical coverage. Okay, for example, Jabil provide clinic, so if we fever or what, no need to go other clinic, just go Jabil clinic and get free for medicine, flu or fever. And for we also Jabil also got a panel clinic, and if we need MC or what, go panel clinic and can claim to Jabil. Job scope and task. I'm purchasing department as a buyer, also help other buyer since I as internship. So I just handling for flats about whole item and shipment. For example, for shipment, if buyer need, I always meeting with supplier for push them to expedite the shipment, especially for the line down. And then for the whole item, if missing MPN, missing purchase order or what, I will escalate with supplier, and then handle collaborative file, alert supplier update, which means I get one file, you see the file can access with supplier from Mexico, and they will update the file, they will always update the file, and I always need to open new file, which is a collaborative share drive, and need tally to both file, because not all buyer can access the collaborative original file. So I need to focus because lack of information can make wrong action like that. And next is job scope and task, whole item, hot sheet, invoice discrepancy, which is if I see the whole item, so I will ask buyer what's the problem, why can be the whole item, and buyer ask me to escalate with the supplier, so I will ask supplier why every Wednesday. And next is this SAP system, which is I use this for get the data. As for example, I have PO, but I don't know who owner PO. So PO, which means PO purchase order, OPO, open purchase order, PO purchase order. So I need use MS MD04 for search their name. And this next picture is email. This is email I always give to supplier. The buyer come to me and say, hi Mimi, please help to escalate with FGN, and then I will send email to FGN, which is for new request, for expedite the shipment for the line down, because the line down very urgent. So that's all. Next is suggestion for improvement. The weakness is there are inconsistencies in the product line of the firm. The absence of alternative may allow a new rival to enter the market, and additionally, the organizational structure is only consistent with the exciting business strategy, prohibiting development into neighboring product sector. And second is revenue or profit are depend on the top 5 clients, and there is a possibility of losing profit if an economic disaster effect on the top 5 customer. Jobless revenue is based on a limited number of customers. 5 customers account for nearly half of all sales. So the solution is every weakness contains within itself strengths. So Jabil is a very strong organizational. To begin with, Jabil should have a clear goal and a solid implementation strategy. Okay, and then Jabil should determine the key goal as they hunt for possibilities to integrate smart manufacturing inside their farm. For instance, what problem is the corporate attempt to tackle through smart manufacturing, and then for example, does Jabil aim to lower production costs, or do they want to improve the quality of their products? And once Jabil has determined their major goals, they should develop a sound execution strategy that takes into account people and capital. Thank you. Contribution company. First is identify the damage of the carton obtained from the supplier compared to concerns, and then provide a solution. For example, the pallet broke. And damaged some carton box. Therefore, I identify how the pallet broke. and how we may avoid carton damage in the future. So during the weekly meeting with Flex, my supplier, I propose some solution to my team and boss, such as asking the supplier to place less weight of the pellet, and which would prevent the pellet from breaking. For the carton box, I recommend request a thicker box from the provider, a wrapping in the plastic wrapper. The manager and team will evaluate my proposal as well as bring it up in the debate and change it. And then second is participate in workplace program. For example, first I'm joined blood donation program. So as an employee and Malaysian citizen, I play my part for donating my blood and supporting the government. Then I participate Jabil first internship interaction program in their history. So as an employee, I went to the program and played the activity. Then I went through the Q&A segment. And finally I share my experience at Jabil and receive teddy bear as a mark of thanks. Challenge of task execution. First is company system, which is SAP. This is the first time I'm use the SAP system, and I never learn about SAP. It's very difficult for me for the first month, and I always ask my buyer. I always ask my buddy how could we need to use to get what we need, what information we need. And after 1 month, I'm able to access the system, and until now I'm still learn about that. And second is difficult language and communication. This is because I'm doing for Flex Europe. Then my supplier is Mexico, and their English isn't very difficult to understand. So I need to take notes and always ask buyer pardon, and always ask my buddy or my team what they say. And I need always repeat the language of words I'm not sure about. And then third is not provide for box for damage carton. I need to find a used box that is still good for repacking, because we receive damaged box, not only 2 or 3 box, but 10 pallet, 4 pallet. So I need to go production and repacking. And then not only that, the item are also heavy, so I need to use a lot of energy, and very difficult for me, especially during fasting month. So this is challenge that I get at here. Value in student knowledge. First is brave and don't shy to ask. This is my first time working for a multinational corporate, so I like to get out from my comfort zone and attempt new thing in my future life. After joining Jabil, I have absolutely no knowledge of my job scope, but I currently brave myself and remind myself not to be afraid to ask people, especially my teammate lah. And then I always ask them about what I'm not understand for the task or for the info that you give to me. And as a result of my internship, I have learned to be brave, independent, and not afraid to ask questions about subject I don't know. Second is responsibility. The trust that others place in us is our responsibility. As a result, Jabil provide the office laptop set, smoke, and safety shoes. So I need to take care of the property Jabil give to me, and they trust me, so I can lose the trust in me, and they will also provide me with the next opportunity. This is how the laptop has of Jabil information, and if laptop lost due to my carelessness, Jabil information will be disclosed to the rival. As a result, I will apply to my future permanent job. And the last is the entrepreneurship journey was more than I can imagine. It was not easy in the first month, and a lot of learning took place, and I was happy to learn throughout my way. I also had a team which is also helped me go through this difficult moment. So in conclusion, Jabal Secret Sarabahat was a very very good opportunity for me to attain the necessary practical skills and be able to accomplish a requirement for Bachelor of Entrepreneurship in Commerce. Thank you.